Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw, and I'm here in actually New York's Bryant Park, and we're here during the Christmas season. And why are we here? Well, A, it's a beautiful day, it's gorgeous, and I'm also here with my friend Mikko Turtiainen, who is the Director of Sales for Condor Airlines. And why are we talking about this in New York? Well, New York is really one of their top gateways to Europe, and I've done it about 3 or 4 times. It's a great airline, and we've been covering them for a while now, and we wanted to give Mikko a chance to update us on all the things that are going on with Condor. And you'll find out about that and more on Insider Travel Report. Mikko, how are you doing here? We're here in New York's, as I said, New York's Bryant Park. We're here at the Christmas markets, even though it's still before Thanksgiving. How are you doing, first of all?
Hey, thank you very much. I'm doing fine. Thank you, James, for having me on the show. Thanks for having Condor on the show, and thank you for the introduction. Truly excited to be in New York. This is one of our main gateways, and New York is one of our year-round flights. We have 4 year-rounds, being Toronto, New York, Miami, and Seattle. And then for the summer season, we upped that to 18 nonstop routes into Frankfurt.
Wow, so you've done a lot, and of course now you are well known for your signature striped fuselages, the color scheme on the airplane, and you keep changing those colors too, I saw, right?
Correct, so we do have 5 colors. So it's been about 2 years now that we've had this new brand image. The visuals are absolutely fantastic. I think it's the most eye-catching brand, the most eye-catching aircraft livery that you'll see at any airport throughout the world. Everyone has their own version of the stripes. They come in 5 colors. My favorite is the green, but there's also then the blue, the red, the yellow, and a beige sand color. And it's fun always talking about the stripes, and people are taking pictures, selfies, and really enjoying them.
Yeah, and these are also, you have these wonderful new aircraft that you started getting a few years ago, which is the A330 Neos, which
Correct.
are really super aircraft, and that's really helped you a lot, right?
Oh, it has. I mean, the product that Condor offers today on our long-haul flights, it's absolutely fantastic. So going back a few years, Condor made a very bold decision during the pandemic, and that decision was that we're going to invest in new aircraft. So during the pandemic, we were probably one of the only airlines actually calling Airbus as well as Boeing and saying that we'd like to make a deal and we'd like to purchase new aircrafts. And we're seeing the fruits of that this year. Basically, this is the first year this summer that we have a full Airbus 330-900, so a Neo operation over the Atlantic. Each and every one of our flights is with the Neo, with the new aircraft that really has a fabulous interior design. It has a business class that suits the travelers that demand the most. It has a great premium economy as well as economy. Truly proud to be representing that product here in the States. And the more we're getting exposure, the more we're getting fantastic feedback on that from the travelers that, why didn't I know about you guys before? So
that's why they haven't been watching me. They got to watch me, because I have been promoting you guys to high heaven ever since I started the first flight. And I was totally, I mean, I knew Condor as a leisure airline, I guess, who are German leisure airlines, and you went to vacation destinations. But I didn't know what you did until I got on that A330 Neo, and it was just an amazing flight. I'm lucky enough I'm actually going on another one soon. In fact, some of the photos you'll see are from my next flight. But talk a little about that. That aircraft really has helped you a lot, right?
It has, and thank you for those comments. I mean, if I start from the business class, 30 full lie flat beds that we have. It's a 1-to-1 configuration, meaning everyone has that easy access into the aisle. You don't have to be jumping over anyone. We have great service on board. We have the
food was great. I got to tell you, the food was wonderful.
And we have a special, that first row of business class, we call it the prime row, or the prime seats.
You gave me that once. That was a very special flight.
So it has some added extras to an already comfortable business class. So usually in business classes, the seat narrows towards your feet. In the prime row, it remains wide. And why does it remain wide? One, for comfort, but it also can act as a seat. So if we're James, we're traveling next time together into Europe.
We're gonna have dinner across from each other, right?
We could have dinner, we could have a coffee, we could bring in the table between us and have a game of cards or however we want it. But it's a nice way to have a conversation with someone. It also comes with small amenities such as pajamas, and you get the extra lotions, and it's a really nice extra. It's a business class fare. with an ASR, so a seat reservation towards that. So there's a little bit of an added cost to that. But when you look at Condor pricing in business class, it's a bargain.
Yeah, well,
it's a
I wanted
true
to talk. I
bargain.
wanted to talk to you about the fares because we're talking business class, but you have one of the most affordable business classes around.
It is, and it works for leisure travel. It's great if you have an anniversary or a birthday or a special occasion you want to maybe upgrade that flight on a little bit. Our prices are really exceptionally good in that sense. I call it a bargain to everyone I meet. The same goes for premium economy as well as economy, but naturally in business class where the variation of fares can be so big, this is where you can see the gap between Condor and the legacy carriers is probably the biggest.
No, it's amazing. Now talk a little about, you are, obviously New York is one of your big gateways to Europe, but where else do you fly from in the US?
So I would say that New York and Seattle, which are our year-rounds, are extremely important for us. New York is New York. This is one of the biggest hubs in the world. Seattle is also very strategic for us. We have a fantastic cooperation with Alaska Airlines, so we co-chair with them. We also use their loyalty card to benefit passengers flying Condor, so you can earn and burn with Condor if you have an Alaska card. It's pretty much from the Mississippi West. We have great connectivity to our hubs and gateways with Alaska, and then on the East Coast we work with JetBlue, who connects into our East Coast hubs, and then in Canada we also have WestJet with codeshare. So we really have great partners here in North America to support and broaden our network from our own
so you can
gateways.
fly into any of these gateways on one of those carriers and connect immediately to a Condor flight.
Exactly, and we're extremely happy with especially these partners. They really do support our network.
Now, when I was growing up, Condor was a division of or part of Lufthansa, and now it's separate. I forget when you actually separated, but you still have the affiliation with Lufthansa as well, right?
So we are an independent airline. We're happy to be on our own. We're happy to be agile and be quick in regards to our actions in the markets, which are some benefits I think that comes with us being independent. But Lufthansa, they're a fantastic partner to us. So when we look at serving beyond destinations from Frankfurt, Lufthansa is our number one partner. So we have interlines from North America through Frankfurt to pretty much all of Lufthansa's network in Europe. So if you're going from New York into Rome or Milan or into, let's say, the beautiful cities of Prague or Budapest, you can buy a Condor fare from New York to that final destination, meaning that your luggage goes to final destination. Your customs and immigration processes are the normal processes that you go through when you are flying into these destinations. So our partnership with Lufthansa, it broadens our beyond Frankfurt, and it's a fantastic partner to have. I mean, Lufthansa is a quality airline, and we're fantastic to partner with them.
Well, I was telling you the flight I'm going to be doing is I say I'm going to Cannes. No, I'm going to Nice. I'm going to the ILTM in Cannes, and I will be flying into Nice. So I booked Condor through Frankfurt and then get on a Lufthansa flight and head down to Nice. It's perfect. So that arrangement, and my luggage, if I usually do carry-on, but it goes all the way if I wanted to do, right?
Correct. We do have some additions. So when we look at Condor and we look at the direction that we're taking, the capacity that we put in this market into North America is sizable. So we're over 2 times bigger than we were at any point before COVID. So we're really putting flights, frequencies, new destinations into North America. Now what we're also doing is that we're actually for the first time really adding flights from Frankfurt into the major European cities. In Europe.
Okay, so you have connectors directly on Condor, right?
Correct, which is more than for groups and MICE groups and so on, but it does give us a new ability to also offer Condor to Condor connectivity. I still have to say that Lufthansa, in regards to elapsed times, in regards to the product, if time and schedule is what you're looking for, Lufthansa is our prime partner for all of Beyonds, but we do add a bit of an extra. We do strengthen that connectivity from Frankfurt with Condor to Condor flights for a selected number, so about 7 destinations. So it's something new for summer 25 that we're bringing into our scope, but it's an exciting development. I think it shows that Condor is evolving. We're looking into developing us as an airline. And I think that's what airlines have to do in today's environment, is just continue developing.
What are some of the cities you're going to in Europe from Frankfurt then?
So in Germany we'll be adding Berlin, Hamburg and Munich. Then we'll be adding Rome and Milan in Italy. Then we'll be adding Prague, and then we'll be adding Zurich as well as Vienna. So I would say really important cities. The main focus of these will be for that German, let's say, city break tourist who wants to go to these cities. Yeah. But at the same time, for our home market in Germany, it does allow us to offer this product to a number of different segments. And then when I look at us in the US, especially when you look at groups, we all know in the industry that selling groups own airline to own airline metal, when you have that complete inventory,
sure,
is the easiest way and the smoothest way to do it. And now we're happy that we can really enter that group segment also in the US and Canada. So I'm looking forward to summer 2025 in that sense.
I am too. I'm already thinking about where am I going next year and where can I get on Condor. Now, the other thing is, and you are working with travel advisors, travel agencies, and actually I think you even pay a little commission occasionally, right?
Yeah. So we do have a lot of partners here in the U.S. who are the big ones, and I know a lot of the independents buy through these, and we really try and make sure that all the travel counselors, all the travel partners, everyone has an opportunity to also benefit from selling Condor. So we try and have the agreements, especially with the umbrellas, because with our organization, we can't be with every single. Yeah. So we try and find the big players here in the US as well as in Canada, and try and make sure that through them we're able to get to that big number of travel advisors that are here in the US and Canada.
Well, and indeed, a lot of travel agencies book through the big ones. Even, we know Zell and some of the big ones are all booking for all of, let's say, Internova, for example. And so you all have access. If you enter Internova, I'm sure Virtuoso has all these different consortia. They have major players that are doing most of the airline bookings for them, right?
Exactly. You hit the nail on the top. So I mean that's exactly how it is. Still on the network. I mean, it's a fantastic network, which is a draw dropper for many who don't know Condor that well. Going from that 4 year-round routes of Toronto, New York, Miami, and Seattle, we had a daily LA, we had a daily San Francisco, we had the Portlands, we have a daily Vancouver, we have a daily Boston, we do the Baltimores, we do the Vegases, we do the Phoenixes, we do even San Antonio.
You're getting big, San Antonio. Oh,
First one ever to fly international or into Europe out of San Antonio. So we're extremely proud of bringing San Antonio to the map of international airlines, and it's just fantastic. Going into these major hubs, into these mid-market cities, and opening the routes and being in those markets. The reactions we get from the travel agents, from the airports, from all our partners. It seems the Stripes and Condor, it has this kind of fun bit to it that it brings a smile to everyone.
I'm sure you got a store that sells all this stuff too. With
the merchandising,
should have the merchandising with the planes and the T-shirts, right?
The stripes are catchy, so we do see quite a bit of stripes everywhere.
Yeah. So wonderful. In fact, one thing last year, I went all the way from Frankfurt to Las Vegas, and I think that was a seasonal group. And it was I had to get to Vegas for a conference, and you were the right airline for it, right there.
Well, hey, thank you very much, and thank you for trying us out.
Now, where can travel advisors go to find out more information about Condor if they don't know already, and in terms of both the website and also for your sales team, which is really you lead it up here?
Yeah, perfect. So we do have a pretty small sales team in that sense. We're small in numbers, but I do think we're very effective in regards to what we're actually doing in the market. We try and do webinars as much as possible with all of our big partners. So look out for those webinars that may have Condor in it. You can always reach out to Condor. You can find us. You can find me on LinkedIn. You can my email's out there on the web. Shoot me an email, and we'll find the answers and the solutions to whatever you might be thinking about in regards to Condor. But it's definitely one to get acquainted with a bit more, because there's a lot of travel advisors, a lot of people in the market that don't know Condor yet, and I think we just benefit the traveler so much. We benefit the travel agency on bringing a fantastic product to the eyes of the customer. Like I said, I could talk for hours about Condor.
And meanwhile, you can go to condor.com and you'll find out more about it, or you can email Miko and find out even more about it. It's a great airline. I discovered it a few years ago, and if I have a chance to use it, I use it, believe me. Again, Miko, thank you so much for taking the time here on a beautiful fall day here in New York. And I got 2 more weeks, and I'll be on Condor.
Hey, safe flights, enjoy the flights, and thank you again for this opportunity.
I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.